How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the Black Metal Rebellion. I'm your host, Jesse Morgan, aka Slammerella, and today we're going to do another punk collection update. Got some fresh new punk and 80s hardcore bands in, and I want to share them with you so that you have something potentially new to listen to and give a chance. So, what we're starting off with is some 1980s, like, fantastic fucking hardcore punk, and that is the Circle Jerks with their first album, Group Zex. Now, once again, this is the first album that was from 1980. They did start in 1979, however, probably after Dude left Black Flag, but anywho, they're from California. They have 6 albums out. Their 5th album is called Six for some reason, but it's actually their 5th album. And then after that, they have Oddities and whatever that sounds like a compilation, but it's not. It's just the name of an album. They've got 2 albums that sound like a compilation or a greatest hits, but they're actually just albums, so they're very confusing. But anyways, enough of that rambling. This album is great though. The first one. It sounds dated, yes, if you listen to it now. However, if you do enjoy early punk or early 80s punk or hardcore punk, this will sit right with you and it won't feel too weird listening to it. I enjoy this, and I definitely need to get more Circle Jerks in my collection. Wild in the Streets is definitely another one that I'm going to be getting probably when I get some money in. So, yep. This is their first album, really cool stuff. Highly recommend you check it out, especially if you like the first, couple of Black Flag releases. If you like Adolescence, if you like the Germs, there should be no reason why you don't like this. Fantastic album by the Circle Jerks. Alright, next up is kind of another kind of 80s classic punk rock, hardcore, and that is Charged GBH. Now just called GBH, with their first album, City Baby Attacked by Rats, from 1982. They did start in 1978 though. They're from England, and they have about, I think, 12 albums. I'm not quite sure. I checked Discogs, I checked their Wikipedia page, I checked the Spirit of Rock page, and some of them seem like compilations, some of them seem like I don't know, like weird things that aren't quite albums. So give or take an album or two, they have roughly 12 albums, and they also once again have about 3 EPs, give or take some weird split compilation one-off maxi single things. So yeah, roughly 12 albums and roughly 3 EPs. Really good stuff. Now, some people might say the Leather, Bristles, Studs, and Acne is their first album, but it's not. It's technically just their first like demo from 1981. This is their actual first full length, that is, City Baby Attacked by Rats. Really good stuff. I'm pretty sure it has a couple of tracks from Leather, Bristles, Studs, and Acne. So it is what it is. I will probably eventually track down that demo as well, just because it's classic, but this is all you really need to get started with GBH. If you like this style, you'll like the rest of their discography. It's all fairly similar. I think their new stuff is maybe less 80s hardcore sounding, and I'm pretty sure the vocalist there is the dude that's on the front cover in cartoon manner of the Leather, Bristles, Studs, and Acne thing. So yep, very interesting stuff. And once again, if you like the Circle Jerks, if you like the first Black Flag album, if you like Adolescence, you'll enjoy Charged GBH. And man, trying to find a shirt for Charged GBH is like for under $30 shipped is insane. I went to their I can't remember the name of it, their new distributor, and to get the album, or the new album Momentum, with the shirt that goes along with it, is like $49 Canadian when it's shipped. It's like, holy fuck, $50 for one CD and a shirt. I don't really know. I don't think I could spend that. So yeah, I really want to track down a shirt by GBH though, not a white one because I don't wear fucking white shirts. So yeah. Anyways, definitely check out GBH. Good stuff. This is their first album, City Baby Attacked by Rats. Alright, next is a couple of Violent Affair albums, and they are kind of like a street punk band that's similar to Casualties a bit, similar to Crumb Bums, similar to Monster Squad and all that, but this is their second album, the Cockroach Theory from 2013. They did start in 2004, however, and have an album that's kind of like their first album that's out of print right now from 2010 that was released on Jailhouse Records called Stand Trial, and then they have an EP before that called Armageddon, but you're never going to be able to get that. The closest thing you're probably going to be able to find is this, the Cockroach Theory, their second album from 2013. So yeah, this is the earliest thing I could get my hands on. I believe I got this from Discogs. I think there's a copy on eBay, but it is not cheap. So I would try Discogs first. The band isn't gonna have one, I don't think. But yep, this is really good street punk stuff. If like once again, if you're into the Casualties, or if you're into Total Chaos, or like the Crumb Bums, or holy shit, Monster Squad, or bands like that, you should enjoy this. Good vocals, good guitaring, just really crazy punk stuff. Violent Affair with their second album, The Cockroach Theory. And to follow that up, this came out probably a couple months later. This is Violent Affair with The Pressure Is Rising EP from 2013. Has 5 tracks on there. One of the tracks was, however, on the Cockroach Theory, that being Dead End Nights, I think. Yeah, Dead End Nights was track 10 on that one. So, but the other 4 tracks are, you know, for this EP. I don't know, the track from the Cockroach Theory might have a different mix on it on here, but anyways, 4 brand new tracks and a potentially different mixed version of that song. Either way, I'm glad to have more Violent Affair in my collection. I've been meaning to get them for a while. Made a DIY patch on my crust punk pants forever ago of them, and just haven't gotten around to getting anything physical. So, yep, got their 2013 EP that follows the Cockroach Theory album. So happy about that. And the last thing on here is the Crumb Bums, which I just kind of recently mentioned like a couple of seconds ago. This is their 4th album from 2011. I believe they're no longer a thing because Jake is now singing for the Casualties. So with that in mind, you should know what these guys sound like. Just some street punk that kind of started in 2002 from the USA. This is pretty good. I really enjoyed this album. It basically sounds like a mix between the Casualties and Violent Affair and all that. So more of the stuff that I really like. Now, they do have 3 other albums before this and 4 EPs besides this as well. 1 after this and 3 before it. So there's a little bit to collect. Now, tracking down the first album, you're probably not going to do. I got the second album coming to me. I think just the CD and booklet and stuff. I'm going to have to throw a case on it, but oh well, whatever. So I have some more of this coming, thankfully. The Tide. I think that it might be called something besides just The Tide, unless it is just called The Tide, I don't know. But either way, got more Crumb Bums coming. Excellent street punk, really enjoy it. You should check them out. The name is interesting. I also want to try and get some Bad English eventually. I'm going to try and get some Monster Squad, but they're not easy to track down. So yep, highly recommend the Crumb Bums and Violent Affair and all that. Good street punk. Anywho, that's this video's stack of punk to check out. some Circle Jerks, some GBH, Violent Affair, and Crumb Bums. I'd say it's a solid list. Not your kind of typical punk rock, but some 80s hardcore punk and some like fast, gritty street punk. So if you're into thrash, you might like street punk, who knows. And also shout out to Jayhaw Films, just got their logo patch here and their fucking thrash patch there. Thanks to Chris for sending that out to me, and a leather that said, "Dear Jesse, fucking Slayer, love Chris." That was hilarious. I really appreciated that little extra comedic tidbit in there. Cheers for shipping that out so quickly. And until next time, folks, for glory, for the Rebellion and the Alliance, Slammerella out.